Cats at the door. I get this jingle jingle. So, all right. Auntie, it's so good to have you here. I'm so grateful for you, Audrey Whitehead. This mic is all yours.
Well, thank you so much, Revlin. I'm so happy to be here. I just have to reiterate your words about our last program there, Miracles Everywhere with Rev Wayne Stills. That was a beautiful message, personal God versus impersonal God. Wow. I just got a lot out of that myself. So thank you, Rev Wayne. And I do want to remind everybody, ACIM Gather watchers, that Rev Wayne does have a YouTube channel. And I'm just shouting it out because we have 3 subscribers. And I know it doesn't matter. We're all one. And even if there's 1 subscriber, that's cool. But I just wanted to remind you to just share your love and go over there and just type in Rev Wayne Stills or Miracles _ everywhere, and you'll see his channel there and show us some love, because I've been helping Rev Wayne out with putting his audios to videos and getting his message out there. Throwback Thursdays. So that's been an awesome helping for me, being truly helpful, and I feel good about it. So thank you, everybody. And yes, today is, well, this time is for John Mundy's A Course in Mysticism and Miracles. It's been a great reading so far. And we're on chapter 7. And we ended last week with a quote from text chapter 31. Seek not yourself in symbols, self-capitalized. There can be no concept that can stand for what you are. And that's just absolutely so true, because the concepts are pointers for us, yes, so we can communicate with these apparent others. However, the remembering that they're still all concepts, because I know that can happen to me, even that I can get stuck in this concept. Example being, I'm a mother. So how is a mother supposed to act? And if I'm not acting that way, well, then I just have a bunch of guilt, and I've piled on myself, beat myself up because of the concept, that darn concept. And it comes up. I've been doing this program, and it's basically contemplating quotes, which isn't understanding quotes, which is what the brain kind of wants to do with it. Rather, it's reading the words slowly and then writing through, not Audrey, like through that other voice that is the truth. And that's been covered up by the one that thinks she knows. And I do want to share something I wrote just recently the other day. So it was talking about, you got to we cut off the branches to a tree. They only grow back. What we need to do is get to the root of it. And then it was talking about science, the science being science of finding the self and different things. So I'm going to read what I had written, just because I feel like it was just very deep for me. Hence this time seemingly being so long, only been branch cutting as humans, then a deep root treatment is required. I mean, remember when they did lobotomies, burned witches? That fear can close the brain completely off. And the mustard seeds planted have no room to thrive in soil littered with weeds. Still, a weed has life force growing through it and can, be, maybe should be acknowledged and repurposed as mulch, or at least discarded of accordingly. Knowledge through learning, experiential, all pushes this human into the belief it is a separate form, free of attributes. No, I'm not free of attributes, but as a non-separated form, I would be innocent, a virgin, non-domesticated, that empty shell Regina talked about. The spiritual self who practices and writes about a daily quote and then posts it, maybe reads other seekers' words, might comment. All of this is the dream. Do I really believe this? Science itself isn't truth. Everything is a concept. Such statements may only further separate. And then there was this quote about the duty of knowing the self, and I had a real good word with the word duty. Anything of a duty to know isn't truth. Truth needs nothing to know it. It is such a statement that begins the break in the mind, giving rise to a thinker that can attribute superiority to the individualized expression, further diluted into believing he is self-realized. Again, conceptual. Give it all up, Audrey. Every concept. Then return to me with further questions about the duality contained within a symbol of a symbol. There is no honor in duty. So, yeah, I just wanted to share. Those were my little things that came through the pen as I was contemplating these quotes. And I'm just so pleased that I've begun to write things again, because something truly does happen. That experience of it not even being from this mind, flowing through the pen and being in that flow. So the text, chapter 31, seek not yourself in symbols. There can be no concept that can stand for what you are. I think that sums it all up. Like, the conceptual self is not who I am. Oh, my phone's ringing. My apologies if you can hear it, but it will stop. So let's move on here with Dr. John's book. Having built up a host of defenses against the truth, as we turn and look more deeply within, it's not surprising that we become more aware of the blocks we have placed between ourselves and others, and thus between ourselves and God. Purgation means being willing to look at the blocks we need to release so we can truly be healed. In his book, Vipassana Meditation, William Hart likens the process to the surgical operation of lancing a pus-filled wound. Oh boy. All right. No, there are no secret thoughts here, no private thoughts. Okay, there was a time when I used to watch those damn videos, popping pimples. I admit it. It just really did something for me. But I can't watch them now. So it's very interesting how that changes. You know, this one, the things that it quote unquote likes changes so quickly. Oh boy. So yeah, likens the process to a surgical operation of lancing a pus-filled wound. In a similar vein, Trappist monk Thomas Merton says of his early experiences, "My soul was broken up with contrition, but broken and clean, painful, but sanitized, like a lanced abscess." Wow, this is crazy. I have these things on my head. Well, once it's almost gone, and um they're not pus filled, but they're like pockets of something. Anyway, I don't know what it is, but it goes away, it comes back. I did see a dermatologist who said it was from the nerves, which matches nerve thing with fibromyalgia and all that. So I do take a medication for it, and it's the magic, of course, but it's funny because I don't even believe in it sometimes. I'll just be taking these pills. But there is some magic to it because there must be a belief, because I think I feel better. And I actually have this thing where it's like, oh, I'll get this sort of itching sensation that runs across where the vein is. And then I'm like, oh, I got to take my medicine. Like I feel it coming up in this body. So just being present with that, and to the now, it's fine. It's all good, you know. And even if I find myself in this state of scratching, like I just really am handing it over, and I'm just trusting the process that it's all going to take care of itself. As I'm healed, these things on my face probably will go away. So yeah, that's an interesting way to look at this healing process. Then it goes on to say in the book here, those who awaken because of a crash and burn experience often undergo a profound purification. Of course, we don't like to hear that the lessons we must learn are those we have brought upon ourselves. But the Course tells us trials are but lessons that you failed to learn, presented once again. So where you made a faulty choice before, you can now make a better one, and thus escape all pain that what you chose before has brought to you. In every difficulty, all distress, and each perplexity, Christ calls to you and gently says, my brother, choose again. Again from text, chapter 31. Isn't that beautiful? Trials are but lessons that you failed to learn, presented once again. Another chance. So where you made that faulty choice before, you can now make a better one. Because A Course in Miracles is all about a better way. The scribe and Bill Thetford asking, Helen Schuckman, Bill Thetford asking, there must be a better way. And this better way can escape all the pain that what I chose before brought me. In each difficulty, all distress, each perplexity. So that's my cue. If I'm in feeling distressed, confused, perplexed, if I'm in this angst, this quote is reminding me that Christ is calling to me, gently just saying, my brother, choose again. You just need to choose again. And it's okay if you choose wrong, or quote unquote wrong, again, because I'm going to give you another chance. I'm the God that gives chances. I'm not going to throw you in hell. You put yourself there. I don't need to do that as God and the isness and love. So thank you for that reminder. What a gorgeous quote. Text chapter 31, verse 3. Indeed, we can find our way home only by accepting responsibility for everything that seems to come our way. That's everything. Everything. And that's a huge thing for a person that's identified with a thinking system that is brought about to separate. But as much as that ego is in control, I know who walks with me. Who's walking with me? I've been saying that so much for years. Who walks with me? And eventually, that reminder comes quicker. Thank you again. This may entail a literal letting go of things, relationships, or status. British author Aldous Huxley, after watching his house burn to the ground, said that the experience left him with a marvelously clean feeling. When he lost every quote unquote thing, his life turned more deeply inward. Indeed, for many mystics, the final goal is complete emptiness. The letting go may involve a political struggle, career ambitions, an unhappy marriage, an eating disorder, or an addiction to a drug or alcohol. No matter the target, the solution is always undoing rather than doing. So again, we're not human doings. We are human beings. We're being through this undoing. And we just get confused and try to do the undoing, and it doesn't work. Fasting, that means refraining from food, is often used as a means of purgation in mysticism. 14th century Italian Saint Catherine of Siena said she had little need for food because she found nourishment in the abundance of grace she received. Fasting for prolonged periods produces a change in blood chemistry as surely as does the ingestion of a psychotropic. It is a part of the puberty rites of many native tribes, including the vision quests of the Sioux Indians. Indeed, fasting is a part of the training of mystics all over the world. Galen, a Greek medical scholar in the 1st century, even claimed that dreams produced by fasting are clearer. The overstuffed body cannot see, Don Juan of the Castaneda series explains. Revelation comes to Moses, Elijah, and Daniel after long periods of fasting, while both the Quran and the Old Testament stress its importance. Fasting heightens mental clarity and removes unnecessary weight and toxins. It helps us retain energy and sharpens the senses. Fasting is not a required step in the development of a contemplative life, however. It is simply a tool, a means of bringing an abused body back into balance. And fasting is, something I would like to get into, but it's a difficult thing for me because of my medication. I need to take food with it, and I've tried not taking food, and it just results in this not a very nice experience. In fact, I end up sometimes vomiting. There'll be like this sort of puking thing that happens. And at first, when that happened, I was just like, holy man, it just really sent me into a downward spiral. But now it's fine. I just go on, I'll be cleaning and then run to the sink just in case something comes out. So I really have to remember to eat, like whether it be even a few crackers or something. But this whole thing of not needing to eat a lot, I think I've mentioned this before, but I know I've read about meditating monks and such who just lived off mostly the chi, that natural chi energy. I used to do that. Just eating the chi. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll try having some chi and a couple crackers or before my meds. See what that does. And sometimes this lack of eating, though, fasting, I think for some people, I don't know about the mental clarity. I would think it would give you fog but then again, I'm buying into this belief that I'm a body. So, I mean, right there, I'm already in the wrong premise. So let's go. I do know that I don't have to stop, like for quitting smoking cigarettes when I used to smoke cigarettes, and it just naturally fell away. Like I kept saying, okay, once the menthol's gone, I'm not gonna smoke cigarettes. And so then years back, they stopped making the menthol cigarettes, and then something else came, and it was a menthol sort of insert you could put in the packet. And I was like, God, I told you I was gonna quit when there was no menthol, and now there's this new little thing. So I used that for a while, and so still had the menthol. And then oh, it's just funny. But I do know that I don't need to do anything. Things will fall away as I turn to the right mind and live from the right mind. There's nothing I need do to say, okay, I got to stop eating sugar, because I know I eat a lot of sugar. I don't need to do that to myself anymore. Those thoughts are quieting, even because I'm just really looking at my mind all the time. I'm just really into I call it mind training, because I think this is the only thing that's gonna do anything for me or make me happy. I've already tried to find happiness in so many things in this world, and I've gotten them. I get the things. It seems so easy sometimes to get the things. And it doesn't bring everlasting happiness. It's a fleeting sensation. And there's nothing wrong with a fleeting sensation. That was part of this experience. And I love that now I'm in a space where, you know what? I don't want the fleeting. I don't want this up and down personality mind that, has such up and downs, which is better now because of the medication, of course. So I'm already in this more equilibrium just from that. So it's perfectly orchestrated. This I know, even though I know nothing, I could just let that go. Even, is it perfectly orchestrated? I'll let it go. But I still will know that love is the flow of this life force, that it is love and not a human love. It's a love beyond a human boundary concept. And it has been experienced by this one. And I can use these symbols, words to point at it, but it's just that moment of indescription that this one abides in and as, to allow this life force, this love, God energy, to be at the forefront. Okay, the overstuffed body cannot see. Revelation comes, fasting, I read that. So we're in a new section, solitude and silence, but I see it is 3 minutes to the hour. I think I might just play a song instead here now because I feel like I really did a lot of chatting there. So I'm gonna just share my screen here, play a song, and see what I was looking up Peace of God for with Netta, but I don't see it in here.
We're on YouTube, you know.
Oh, right. Netta, we can share Netta's.
Oh,
I
okay.
just will give her credit.
Okay.
She doesn't block it.
Okay, good.
So I will just do a Netta boing. I did ask her if I could use her music recently again. And of course, she said yes, just to link it in the comments description, which I will. I don't know why I can't get it coming up here. Peace of God. There it is. I'm going to play this. Do I have time still? 2 minutes.
Yeah, you've got time.
Okay, I'm going to play that. Here we go. I think you should be able to hear it. Ooh, what happened?
To me, you want the peace of God is to renounce all dreams. For no one mean these words. Who wants illusions? There would be no further sorrow possible for you in any form, in any place or time. The peace of God is yours, for it was given by Him. No one who truly seeks can feel the fighting. That is all He wants, and that is all He will receive. Many have said these words, but few have meant them. I want the peace of God, 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 I want the peace of God. No one can mean these words and not be healed. He cannot play with dreams, nor think he's himself a dream. He cannot make it hell and think it's real. He wants the peace of God,
And it's given
him. The peace of God is yours, for it was given by Him. No one who truly seeks can feel the fighting. That is all He wants, that is all He will receive. Many have said these words, but few have meant them. I want the peace of God, 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 I want the peace of God.
Woohoo! Beautiful. Thank you. Oh shoot, I was unmuted. All right. Thank you so much, Revlin.
Oh. All right. Nope. All right. No. All right. All right. All right. We're trying to turn the speaker down or off, and it doesn't seem to want to do anything until it's in there. Right, I turn that off, and it's still echoing. What's going on? I don't get it. All right. Oh, I know. I was on the wrong microphone. Oh my gosh. All right. Can you guys hear me still? I hope so. Anyway, that just